Hey everyone. Alright, so in this video we're going to do my favorite Disney films in 2017 and the worst Disney films of 2017. So let's start off with the positive. What films did I love in 2017 that were released by Disney? Number one, Disney Pixar, Coco. This film is visually breathtaking. I absolutely fell in love with this movie. And you know, this is the one thing I love about Pixar, and actually Walt Disney Animation Studios as well. They're really good at these emotional, heartfelt stories. I've never been so emotional and choked up in a film like I have with Coco. I mean, it just takes you on this journey, and it's beautiful visually, emotionally, every aspect. I have literally zero complaints about this film. I love the way how it represents Mexican culture, and they do it in such a beautiful way. And I think it's great that it sort of introduces this culture to young children and gets them interested in it. All around, I give Coco very high marks. Well done, Pixar. One of my favorite films, actually, that Pixar has ever done, and it's definitely one of my favorite films for 2017. The second Disney film that I absolutely loved in 2017, and if you watch my channel, this is probably not going to be a shock to you, but Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I know this movie is so divisive, and there's some fans, they love it, some fans, they hate it. I'm one of those fans who loved The Last Jedi. I love the fact, this is what I want in a Star Wars movie. This is what I want from Lucasfilm overall. I want them to have the confidence to take risks. Now, I loved The Force Awakens, but it played it way too safe. Really way too safe. And Rian Johnson's Last Jedi, while the risks didn't always pay off, some things did fall flat. I love the fact that they still went for it. Okay, I'd rather Disney swing and miss, take a risk and have it fail, than always play it safe. Okay, especially with a franchise like Star Wars. So overall, I loved The Last Jedi. I only had a couple of complaints. Overall, it was a great film. It felt very Star Warsy to me. I don't know why people have this opinion that it doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. The whole thing felt like a Star Wars movie to me. But I love The Last Jedi. Definitely one of my favorite Disney films of 2017. Okay, now let's get into the bad ones. Okay, the bad ones. And this next one actually broke my heart. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I am an enormous Marvel fan and a Guardians fan. I loved the first film. I thought it was very funny, very different, very colorful. It was sort of Marvel's version, sort of Star Wars. But this last movie they did, Volume 2, it fell flat for me. The story was really weak. I didn't really... Those gold people that were chasing them, it was stupid. It was kind of really campy and stupid. The jokes, it was just joke after joke after joke after joke. It felt really cheesy, very forced. The only really good quality about this entire movie is Baby Groot. Oh, and Rocket. I do like Rocket. So Baby Groot and Rocket, aside from that, I really couldn't stand this movie. It was cringeworthy. So that was definitely one of Disney's worst movies of 2017, in my opinion. The second worst movie is Beauty and the Beast. Again, this is another heartbreaking situation. Look, the animated film, those are big shoes to fill, okay? To this day, the animated version of Beauty and the Beast is the crown jewel of Walt Disney Animation. It's a masterpiece, okay? It's a complete and total masterpiece. But I didn't go into this live action version expecting another masterpiece. It's not going to happen. But what I got was nowhere near a masterpiece. And I love Emma Watson. I think she plays a great Belle. But the story, and it was just... Oh, it didn't work for me. It was very hokey. The new songs weren't catchy at all. the CGI in a lot of parts of that film were really sketchy. I really left this film very disappointed. Okay, I felt it really fell flat, did not live up to the hype at all. And especially when you compare it to the animated version. It doesn't hold a candle to the animated version, not even close. So yeah, really heartbreaking though, because I love the story of Beauty and the Beast. I think it's a gorgeous tale. I love the animated version, but this live action version didn't do it for me at all. It really let me down. Okay, it really let me down. And for the most part, a lot of these live action remakes have let me down. There's really only been 2 that I've actually liked, which was Cinderella, which was fantastic, and Jungle Book, directed by Jon Favreau. That was fantastic as well. Outside of that, though, these live action films have been pretty Peach Dragon was horrendous. I couldn't even get through the whole movie. Peach Dragon was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So yeah, but anyway, I digress. Back to Beauty and the Beast. It wasn't that good. It broke my heart because I love the animated versions so much. But those are my good and bad movies that Disney released in 2017. Just to recap, Last Jedi and Coco are in my good column, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Beauty and the Beast are in my bad column. But what are your favorite and least favorite films that Disney released this year? Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree with my list? Comment below. What is your list? I would love to hear from you guys. I do content on Disney all the time. Like, subscribe, and as always, have a magical day.